Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another beer review. Yeah, we're off to that place now, that brewery now, which I haven't done a lot of this year, but you know, they do provoke reactions to a lot of reviewers. And they're a brewery that they don't really help themselves, put it that way. They really don't. So off to BrewDog. And we have got a new one from them. And it is a can of their Shore Leave. There you go, clocking in at 4.3% ABV. Now, this was purchased at Sainsbury's last week for £2 a pop. And then I had an idea for something which will come up on this channel over the next few weeks. I got the missus to get the 4-pack. So, for a reason. So it's available in 4-pack. I can't remember how much she paid for the 4-pack. I don't think it was that much. And I can't remember where she got it from either. God, my memory. It's absolutely crap. Now, before we carry on, the reason why I've got my hat on and I've got a t-shirt on isn't because I don't know what I'm doing. You know, people wear hats because they're cold, and people wear t-shirts because they're warm. And the reason why I've got my hat on is because I've got a very annoying scab there on my forehead because I smacked my head. I banged my head this week. And most of you think, well, you banged your head years ago, didn't you? Well, I banged it again this week. So, I don't know if I should start this one again. We just bloody carry on with it. So, Shore Leave Amber Ale. That's what they pronounced on the can. Amber Ale. BrewDog, and the term ale to me is quite alien. Okay, ale. You know, beer can be called all manner of different things. Okay, ale for me is an old term. It's not really. It's a term, not an old term. It's a term for traditional beers, cask beer. Okay, so I thought, let's go onto the BrewDog website and see what their description is about it. They say you tried real ale, and you might think you know what real ale tastes like, but don't be so sure. This is real exciting real ale. Fucking hell, it's already put itself on a pedestal, isn't it? Columbus, mosaic, and citrus come together to give a light fruitiness, balanced bitter finish, all brought together with a lightly toasted biscuit caramel aroma. Real ale like your granddad's never tasted. This is punked up proper ale. So it's already talked itself up on a pedestal. Now there is some absolutely astonishing real ales about. You know, without real ale, I don't think a lot of us, you out there, wouldn't drink beer. I mean, real ale, if you go back 10, 20 years ago, real ale was really the only, you know, type of beer, really, when you think about it, apart from lagers and stuff. So when you've got this lot, trying to put this on top of some pinnacle real ales over the years and say this is, you know, different and this is proper ale. So, you know, they've already fucked up because I said this is punked up proper ale. So you're telling me that all these ales I've had in the past aren't proper? I could have an argument with a BrewDog, with, what's his name? That bald bloke who owns BrewDog. I've forgotten his name because, you know what? They're just full of themselves. Absolutely full of themselves. So let's get a whiff. I mean, yeah, it smells okay. There is a slight toastiness to it, but let's pour it out. Now, I'm going to review this beer with an open mind, even though the company really, really, really annoy me. And I suppose that's why I don't do many BrewDog beers lately, because it's the same. It feels like you're doing the same bloody review sometimes. I know they've got this stout out, which I might pick up next time I'm about the supermarket. So let's get on with this. Stick it there. Beer in a glass, as you can see. Yeah, it is amber. Very well clear. Nice. It's a nice head. It's nice, slowly dissipating down there. Let's get a whiff. Caramel and a slight dry, dark fruitness for me out of that. So it smells not bad. Now, is this, because I'm smelling this and I've just, a little light bulb's gone off underneath my beanie hat. Is this like an interpretation of Abbott Ale? Because Abbott Ale was, won the GBBF, didn't it? Is this because it smells a little bit Abbott Ale-ish? I couldn't tell you. It's just my imagination, maybe. I'm going to go in. Cheers. When you go in, you get a citrusness and you get a biscuity edge on the back end, but there's that space in between the front end and the back end. It's that space which is not doing it. It's not doing it. It's promising something, and it does. When you first drink it, you pick up lemon, bitterness, maybe a slight dried fruit note. Then when it's in your mouth, the body of the beer feels very watery. And the taste diminishes. Then you swallow it, then you pick up a biscuitiness, which is quite pleasant. So overall, it's not great. It's not great. But the sheer arrogance of this brewery in their description of this beer really boils my blood. Because, yes, I'm gonna just as an example, I just reviewed this, it's coming up on the channel. This is traditional beer. And I've got another one here as well, the Sycamore Gap. Traditional beers, right? Great, honest breweries. And what I get from their description is that this one, this is a punked up proper ale. You've tried real ale, you might not think you know what real ale tastes like. So this has already trashed, all the real ale breweries by saying that. You might think you know what real ale tastes like, but don't be so sure. You know what I mean? They've already put themselves on a pedestal and shitted on everybody else, right? For a brewery to stoop that low to kind of rubbish everybody else is fucking disgraceful in my book, because these breweries, the prime example, we've got Bowness Bay Brewing and Twice Brewed, right? They would never ever put stuff on their bottle to say that their beer's better than any other body else's beer. They wouldn't, because brewing, is pretty much a friendly type of thing. You get collaborations and stuff. Even BrewDog's done collaborations, but whatever little upstart who's employed by BrewDog who put that up needs flogging, because that is, I'm interpreting that as saying that we are the best. Shore Leaf, for starters, the name Shore Leaf You know, is that a dig at Sharps Brewing? I don't know, because it's a maritime. It's you know, I'm looking at all these type of digs. And, you know, your granddad's never tasted. Again, another dig at real ale. This is kind of like, well, real ale's a generational thing. It's an old man's beer. It's for people in bloody, you know, cardigans and stuff. And people will go to the church fete and that and go to the pub. The real ale, for me, you know, looking at the state of craft beer now, you know, look at the dirge you get in the supermarkets. Northern Monk, they're just as guilty. This lot are fucking, you know. But, you know, you look at them and you look the shit they put into these supermarkets out of, you know, the releases. You know, you'll either get a can which looks nice and bright, and oh, that looks really nice, that can. Then you taste the beer, it's shit, right? Then you get another beer which the can looks shit, and you know the beer's shit. Then you get another can, £4, like a stout, yeah, and it doesn't really match up to it. But for that £4, that's a bottle shop price, that is. So you could go to your bottle shop, support your bottle shop. You know what I mean? Support your bottle shop, support their business with them type of prices. So the amount of shit that's swimming around in the beer aisles in supermarkets, and for a company like this to put out such an arrogant fucking blurb on their website describing this beer is a fucking disgrace. There you go, that's a rant, innit? So I'm going to go in one more time. It's nothing special. It's mediocre. I would have them two real ales over this any day. So for me, even though I am annoyed with Abbott Ale winning the GBBF, believe you me, because it doesn't deserve that accolade either. Looking at this, I think that is fucking shit. It's shit. It's shit. It's the way they've marketed it. It's shit. The beer itself is run of the mill. So that falls into the shit category where I stand. Fuck you, BrewDog. Bib bib.